I've analyzed your log several times, and I'm certain that the Alpha Pariah has the unique ability to completely destroy daemons instead of simple banishment. Still, we have no idea how that works.
True. The data we have on her abilities is scarce, and her previous encounter with a greater demon on the Martyr could be an anomaly.
That is why I want her to join me on the chaos-infested world during my mission. The powers could purge the infestation.
You are experimenting with a live subject, Inquisitor. An idea worthy of a tech priest.
A perplexing reaction. I was an adept of the cult mechanicus. Their methods are also applicable to Ordo investigations.
I will prepare the Alpha subject and have the teleportarium ready when you call for her.
The time has come for you to join me on a priority mission. It is time to test your abilities and determination.
Before I say anything, what am I supposed to do?
We will enter a hive in the thralls of a chaos infestation. I want you to employ your powers to put an end to that foul contamination.
No! Absolutely not! I lived through that nightmare countless times. Walls thick with muck, shambling shadows on the corridors, the growling of those creatures. No!
Your fear of chaos is understandable, but you are far from defenseless. And this was not a request, by the way.
Are you willing to kill me if I disobey? Or am I too valuable for that?
I would do anything in my power to save the Imperium from destruction. Would you?
I would. But you must know that I'm truly terrified. What if I lose control over my powers?
You will not. That is why we need to test your abilities out there.
You are right. I think. Yes, I will accompany you.
What up? There it is.
You are approaching the site where the plague originated. Beware, the sensors are indicating increasing warp activity in the area.
I interpret this as a confirmation. My priority target must have learned of my arrival. In any case, it is the perfect opportunity to test the Alpha Pariah's unique abilities.
I don't even know what I should do.
Just do whatever you have already done several times when you tried to protect yourself. Regarding your uncertainties, I wonder why Uther Tiberius didn't train you properly.
Uther was a genius, but also a terrible mentor.
If it helps, I'm inclined to avoid his mistakes.
It helps a little, yes.
The alarm has probably been lost out.
Inquisitor, it was a bold choice to bring me here. Has it occurred to you that maybe you are the one who should be afraid of me?
Are you threatening me?
I'm just pointing out the fact that I have no control over my abilities. That's all.
It is time. Unleash your powers on the Horde.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
This is your primary function. Should you fail to comply, you will probably die.
It is too much. I don't know if I can control it. Yes, I can do this. Perish!
Initial test phase completed. Subject's potential is remarkable, but control remains unstable. Tech Priest, I need her back on the ship now.
Experiencing recurring calibration problems. Warp anomalies combined with the subject's distortion field are hindering return teleportation.
This location is extremely unsafe for her.
Correct. Sensors indicate large hostile forces inbound.
I'm ordering the assistance of the Astarte Sergeant. You can revert the teleporterium sequence, I presume.
It was wise of you to call, Visitor. No one will withstand my righteous fury.
Try to keep your head clear, Thor. Focus on the protection of the Alpha Pariah. The survival is paramount.
Rest assured, not a single abomination will live long enough to get to her.
Tech Priest, why haven't you evacuated the Alpha Pariah yet?
Calibrating teleporterium sequences. Chance of failure calculated unacceptable. Suggestion. Nullify the source of Imperium fluctuations.
That was hardly a revelation. Find a solution.
Tell me, Inquisitor, is this young woman really worth all this trouble? Not that I need any excuse to kill the filth. Just wondering.
She is an Imperial citizen, Thor, and a very important one to them.
She is also a pariah. And I just can't help feeling instant, deep revulsion when I'm around her. Not to mention her natural powers.
She can destroy Damon's Thor. The galaxy is burning, and those powers are the most valuable assets we have ever had against the ruinous powers.
Calibration complete. Estimated chances of successful teleportation are currently at 95%.
Run me the worst-case scenario for the Astartes and the Alpha Pariah.
Their physical bodies will disintegrate. Regarding the spiritual component, you can access reference material flagged as unconfirmed.
I find the chances suboptimal, but acceptable.
fragile your master's so-called Imperium is. How imperfect you all are. This insight is a gift from our benefactor.
Who would that be? Another pitiful traitor yearning for vengeance on his former kind?
Alas, I cannot share his name with you, but rest assured, his genius will turn the Karagari sector into the most beautiful garden of Nurgle.
Not on my watch. I will burn out this rot with the sacred fire of the Emperor.
Such fervor! A true pity that I must kill you so abruptly. Why not? Your flesh will spawn wonderful gifts for the Grandfather.
This is most disturbing. The entire epidemic was a ploy to lure Inquisitors here.
Activation SARMs initialized. Defense mechanism activated.
By the Emperor, the primogenitor.
Ah, Inquisitor. I've been expecting you. I'm truly disappointed, though, that you came alone.
I know. I've been well aware of your plan for a while now.
I've been hunting your kind for a long time. But I never dared to hope that the Dark Gods would send me the one who has the Alpha Pariah. Tell me, where is she now?
I will obviously not divulge any information to you, traitor.
The Anathema Ultima, the Alpha subject. Call her whatever you want, but she is mine! I have been trying to reclaim my precious experiment since that perfidious Tiberius cheated it out of my hands!
You might begin to see a pattern here.
Oh no, I will take you alive, Inquisitor. We will experiment, you and I, to see where the threshold of suffering lies for you. Then you will be ready to denounce your master and beg for my forgiveness.
Fabius Vile! Your existence is a curse upon this world. Judgment will finally find you.
Another Inquisitor? This plan seems to be working splendidly, if I do say so myself.
For your innumerable crimes, your sentence is death. Delivered here and now.
You are wasting the dwindling resources of your pathetic Imperium. I am one of many. Even if you succeeded, you would accomplish nothing. But you won't.
Lies upon lies. The judgment of the Emperor is upon you, heretic.
Inquisitor, next time I expect you to bring what belongs to me. Until then...
You set me up, Inquisitor. What's worse, you have risked an extremely important Imperial asset. I should bring this to the Conclave.
Spare me the indignation. My order knew that Fabius Bile is here in the Caligari sector, and we have been hunting for that traitor for a very long time.
And from your perspective, the demise of Bile is the ultimate priority.
Obviously. Appreciate the irony, Inquisitor. Bile set a trap for us that we used to entrap Bile.
I disagree with your priorities, but I must approve the logic behind your reasoning, even if Bile has escaped this time.
Inquisitor, we have a breach on the lower levels. The Dark Elder have returned.
Those marauders desperately want the Alpha Pariah.
Since their last attempt, the Tech Priest has stationed a host of combat servitors on the decks. The Automator will slow them down, but only temporarily.
I'm on my way. I will take Thorn with me.
I'm beginning to appreciate the persistence of these Dark Elder. They give me ample opportunity to strike fear into their rotten hearts.
The Drukhari breach Section 37, so they will have to cut through here on their way to the vaults.
Well, they can try. There is a maintenance hole ahead. We can take up defensive positions there.
We are in position. As an Astartes, you might be able to offer some useful tactical insight into the situation.
We really shouldn't overcomplicate these matters. I will heap the corpses high as a tribute to the Emperor.
Looks like your wish will be granted. We should expect several waves of hostiles.
Accessing the sacred mechanism now.
Abominations, as they seldom leave their dark city. They are insane flesh sculptures and great fortunes, these most found.
One of the filthy vermin that breaks through the doors.
Because Astark is the most dreadful marauder in these systems, but he is not my master. He is a jealous matron.
We are done with the rebel. But where is the leader? I want to tear that cowardly worm apart.
The dreadful marauder didn't want to get his hands dirty.
What else would you expect from a Drukhari?
Inquisitor, bioscans are complete. The remaining Xenos invaders have been located.
Very well. They deserve a proper lesson for their arrogance.
Shadows' taint must be purified from this ship.
Somebody will pay for this techno-barbarism.
These Drukhari torturers from this sector.
Your sacred duty is to obey my commands, but I appreciate your passion.
fantastic wretches. They are a blight upon this galaxy. A diminishing blight.
Fled again when I killed your precious torturers.
You weren't that precious.
Prepare for your judgment. Tell me, was it worth it?
How did they know about the Alpha Pariah?
It is indeed a most pressing question. We cannot leave her unguarded. The Drukhari have proven that they are the masters of the ambush, and they can strike with their cloaked vessels from the webway. From now on, you are on constant guard duty, Sergeant.
Understood, Inquisitor. Although I still believe you could benefit more from my presence on the field of battle.
Thank you for following.
As per your request, I have executed thorough analytical summons, focusing on the Alpha subject's mental stability.
Give me a brief update.
The Alpha subject seems to bear the traces of deep mental conditioning, most probably conducted during her early sessions with Uther Tiberius.
Does that affect her abilities?
Probably not. Her will is adamant, but it might result in erratic behavior, which is quite a risk with her capabilities.
Inquisitor, there is an astropathic message for you from an agent of the Ordo Xenos. The embedded emotional markings indicate that it is urgent.
Inquisitor.
How can this Inquisitor know about the Alpha Pariah?
I have no idea. He left me no choice, though. I must find this Mercer and talk to him. Captain, this world is fighting off an Eldar invasion. The epicenter of this incursion is the Holy Archives of the Inquisition. Inquisitor Mercer is the appointed guard who must lead there.
Something is causing severe interference in the target zone. We are trying, but the Argos are not functioning.
Distorting the communication is illogical. The Eldari must be behind the interference.
Imperial reconnaissance forces located. Potentially useful assets, but their current situation is terminal. Immediate action required. Reconnaissance force relieved. Send basic, follow and protect order to the survivors.
Ready to fight! For the Emperor! At your command!
This memory crystal might be of use. Accessing the sacred mechanism now.
ready to fight.
Electro anomalies are emanating from an unidentified piece of Xenos technology, located in the wave circuit.
That must be the source of the interference.
Inquisitor, how nice of you to join me in this scuffle.
You have a knack for sending intriguing emergency messages. Why did the Eldar attack the Inquisitorial Archive?
The Eldari seem to be displaying great interest in certain documents.
The Eldar built an entire army just for some records.
Well, you can't really blame them for a few theatrics. Feel free to blame them for anything else, though.
Or are they trying to find some highly classified material?
Look, you have my full cooperation, but how about helping me out first? I've never been one for grand heroics, but soon I'll be out of options.
I have your location now. Tell me, how does an Ordo Xenos agent conduct guarding the archives back into the world?
I'm supervising the rituals of preservation for classified data.
So, you have been reprimanded. Why?
If I recall Lord Maldor's exact words, for being a reckless idiot who needs to learn the merits of patience. Alas, the rest is classified.
Inquisitors cannot be ordered around like servitors.
Trust me, if you're up...
The Eldari are using their webway gate to move in their forces.
My professional advice would be to blow it to cinders, but it's your call, obviously.
Your advice is redundant. The logical solution is clearly the destruction of the gate here.
My apologies, Inquisitor. Sarcasm is my curse and blessing. Oh, marvelous. No reinforcements for a while, then.
I have located and secured the entrance to the archives.
Feel free to visit me in my humble abode, then.
I will join you shortly, Inquisitor Mercer.
By all means. I'll try my best.
Inquisitor, you have a message from the Caligari Conclave.
I am Inquisitor Helena Goslar, and
I'm afraid I'm fresh out of Hammer's second cigars. But I have a new Eldari contingent moving in for all your entertainment needs.
These Eldar seem really persistent. It is time to combine our forces.
My thoughts exactly.
Tell me more about these Eldar invaders.
They have arrived with a fairly substantial force, I'm afraid. Their Farseer will resort to his favorite tactics and use Wraith constructs to get to the data vault.
You sound like you know him very well.
Actually, we go way back. And in case you wondered, yes, his heartwarming visit is related to that unique person on your ship.
That is all classified. You should have informed me about the Farseer's information.
Have you ever tried making conversation with a Farseer? It's like interpreting a fever dream. I didn't even realize what his words meant at the time. That is a shame. Considering my history with the Conclave, I'm expecting an awkward conversation about the fate of the data vault.
We might still have some time. But why did the Eldar invade us?
They must be. They'll find something here they can use to save their craft world. You must not forget that the Eldari are a dying race, clinging to every shred of hope.
You are demonstrating almost alarming levels of empathy.
I don't know about you, but I could do with a stiff drink right now.
You seem quite flamboyant for an agent of the Holy Order. Xenos.
What can I say? I have spent decades in disguise as the rogue trader captain of the good ship Stormskipper. And certain things will rub off.
What exactly? Navigational skills. Haggling.
I'm quite proud of my meticulous paperwork. And I can always find a break in any void port.
Inquisitor, I wish to report for duty. We must defend the sacred archives from the Xenos scum.
Your primary objective hasn't changed, Sergeant. You must protect the Alpha Pariah.
With all due respect, Inquisitor, I feel that we are wasting my potential here. But I will obey.
So this is their target. This data vault stores classified inquisitorial records. Judging by the classification entries, the dossier on the Martyr investigation can also be here.
The Elder must have been trying to locate the Martyr.
I'd rather put it differently. They have been, definitely, after the Alpha Pariah.
A valid theory. Her traits make her capable of cleansing the oppressive craft.
Absolutely. Therefore, they will not retreat until their Farseer is dead.
Inquisitor Mercer, fate has brought us together again.
I wish we had met under different circumstances.
This is the path we must walk, and it ends here for one of us. Before I become part of the Infinity Circuit, you must know something.
Wait. I'm initiating pit recording.
We never wanted to harm that unique individual. We only wanted to take her to our craft world.
You wanted to cleanse your dying world?
That is our only purpose.
And why did you need these Imperial archives?
I have no interest in your petty secrets, but I saw that you would come. You, the key to the Anathema Ultima. The Harlequin warned us not to take this path, but we didn't have any choice.
What can you tell me about the Harlequin?
She cannot be trusted. She has her own agenda. She walks the seventh path. Her fate is linked to the Whispering One.
I've answered your plea and launched a rescue operation to save you. You still owe me some answers about the Alpha Prior.
I'll be completely honest with you. I can't answer your questions. Wait! Don't do anything impulsive. I know someone who can help you.
And who would that be?
A Harlequin. You'll be pleased to hear that you have already met her.
You are playing a dangerous game here, Inquisitor.
This is not a game, and we both know the Harlequins hold the key to many secrets. I'm talking about the fabled Black Library, of course. The source of all ancient and forbidden knowledge.
The existence of the library is known only to a few Eldar, and even fewer are allowed to enter.
The Harlequins are the exception. See? It was worth hearing me out.
I don't like the way you set me up, Inquisitor, but I need answers. Do you happen to know where I can find this Harlequin?
As a matter of fact, I do. On the planet Loriark.
The exterminated maiden world of Craftworld to Athel.
One of the few truly charming corners of the subsector.
I can only imagine. That is my next destination, then.
Getting interesting.
down there, Inquisitor. The world is crawling with Tyranids.
My main concern is not those Xenos, but another one in particular. Are you certain that the Harlequin will be here?
I am, as much as one can be, certain about Harlequins. But I know her, and I'm confident you'll meet her.
It is surprisingly quiet at the moment.
The Tyranids are hibernating. Trust me, your arrival will stir them up mightily.
The precise and surgical strike is what I need now. Send me the coordinates of the Harlequin.
There are 3 webway gates in the area. The Harlequin could be near any of them.
I'm still perplexed by the ferociousness of the Tyranids without their hive fleet.
It is indeed remarkable. The Xenos recognize the futility of a full-scale invasion and use the available biomass to infect as many planets as they could.
Still, eventually they were purged by the Imperium.
Not entirely. After the Tyranids had scattered their forces, isolated diaspores were able to survive eradication. Mostly on the more backwater planets. How's that saying go about plans extending beyond contact with the enemy?
The combat statistics of the Xenos neither confirm nor refute this object. Inquisitor Mercer, do you have any idea what the Harlequin is trying to achieve on an infested planet?
First of all, it used to be their world. I'd say the Eldar are regarded as their world still. Harlequins are attracted to the sites of great tragedies.
What is so unique about this planet?
This used to be an Eldari maiden world, at a hub in the webway. Numerous gates are still intact.
So she can dance between the webway and wheel spokes. Perfect hideout for the Harlequin. Say this, Inquisitor Mercer. Considering the fate of this world, I'm beginning to understand why you treat the Eldari as potential allies.
We fear the alien, and for a very good reason. But sometimes, you need to recognize that some of them are waging the same hopeless war for existence in a hostile galaxy that we are.
Inquisitor, I have troubling news. Judging by the Argo reconnaissance, the entire area is showing Tyranid activity on an immense scale.
Without backup, the chances of success in an engagement with a Tyranid invasion on this scale are minuscule.
May I make a proposal? We have already engaged the services of a certain Sakaradok, the pilot of the fearsome Imperial Knight called Crimson Wanderer, in cases just like this.
I find your initiative commendable, Captain. But this might be any of the seat. Now I'm beginning to see why the threat of the isolated Tyranid diaspores led the Adeptus Mechanicus to order exterminators.
Yes, that was the sad fate of this maiden world.
The current situation proves, though, that even an exterminators might not be enough.
What is more disturbing is that this proves that this particular hive mind acted like a highly intelligent being and used cold logic.
We must talk, Harlequin. Seriously this time. I fought my way here.
No, human. You have barely started fighting. The true battle only begins now.
My tolerance for your riddles has not increased greatly since last time.
Still, you are exactly where you need to be. Not far from here, upon the plains of despair, where the towers no longer sing laments, lies the ruin of the Shrine of the Prophecy.
I've warned you about talking in riddles, haven't I?
Your kind call it the Viscerum Prophecy. That is where the corrupted wanderer, the one you call Uther Tiberius, followed the same visionary words.
Tell me about the shrine.
Why? You would not understand it. The shrine holds great power, which is why the Devourers are drawn to it. I will lead you there once the path is clear.
And if I refuse to play my part in your wicked theatrics?
Then the Nexus will open, and its purple gaze will fall upon your falling empire, Inquisitor.
You sound just as insane as I thought. However, I have an idea about that swarm.
I will join you in the endless dance of death after you have walked through fire and flames.
have good news.
That zone is the epicenter of the infestation. He needs to be prepared.
Another heroic quest to cull the enemies of mankind. Glory to the Emperor!
I admire your sense of dedication, but focus on your mission. The threat you are about to face is immense.
What else would a solitary knight seek, if not a relentless battle? And a victory against all the odds!
The zone of your current engagement is swarming with Tyranids.
Trust me and the Crimson War.
I am not...
I know your retinue well, Inquisitor, but I haven't had the pleasure of fighting for you. Yet. But the Crimson Wanderer, this magnificent relic of our glorious past, is now on its way to strike down the unclean and the corrupted.
That the vaporous discharge you have entered is of an extremely corrosive nature.
A mere whiff of foul xenos stench cannot harm my glorious war machine.
Quite the contrary. The acidic fog can significantly damage the plating of your knight.
Blast! Full speed ahead! Unholy tide ever subside?
The Wanderer is wading knee-deep in their corpses, and still they fight. I feel your frustration, pilot. I have fought the Tyranids only once. Rest assured, of all the filth in the galaxy, I hated those abominations the most fiercely. In case you were wondering about my past, Inquisitor, it is shrouded in secrecy. I forsook my house and became a free blade a very long time ago. For reasons I cannot discuss, I'm bound by an oath of secrecy. I hope you understand. A solitary wanderer, Inquisitor, drawn to the darkest pits of hell by the flames of war and the cries of the innocent. I am glad to assist the Holy Ordos, and that is exactly how I met the Inquisitor who formerly led the noble company on your ship for a while.
Squire skulls are reporting new activity. The massacre has drawn out the synapse creature as expected.
My experience in Xenos matters is limited to fighting them, Inquisitor. Is this development good or bad?
It is quite subjective, I'm afraid. You will be facing a truly monstrous creature. However, it also possesses a psychic power that unites the Tyranids of his swarm. So killing it makes them lose control.
But that is great news! The more dangerous the opponent, the more glorious the victory! Inquisitor, the swarm is no more. The Crimson Wanderer has fulfilled its sacred duty. The area has been cleared. The machine spirit of my knight will need some soothing psalms after all this taint. You are free to proceed to the ancient shrine you seek, Inquisitor.
Oh, it's pretty good. I enjoy it. It's got a good, really good story to it. So, if you're into this type of game.
Inquisitor, may I remind you that you have only gained temporary respite by eliminating the Synapse creature. The Tyranids are still unorganized, but soon another organism will replace the original Synapse creature.
I have no time to lose then. I must locate that Eldari shrine immediately.
Bioscanners indicate the approach of psi-active organisms.
I'm expecting significant increase in their coordination and resistance levels.
You are closing in on a shrine. The architectural components of the nearby ruins are consistent with our records on spiritual Aldari structures.
I'm convinced that it has become the lair of something much more materialistic.
The last act in this grand tragedy will soon unfold, human. Are you willing to take the stage?
I must warn you that to manipulate an Inquisitor is not the brightest idea, Eldar.
Always so furious. So short-sighted. I am not your weak-willed subordinate.
Insolence. You have clearly betrayed me.
This stone once absorbed the soul of a seer, the greatest pathfinder in the Garden of Ever-Changing Roads. I need it. We need it to walk the seventh path. This is the first curio of fate I need.
Are you willing to cooperate?
On one condition.
What would that be?
You really, really need to survive your next battle. I've probably
been here on purpose.
I might have manipulated you to help me take the Spirit Stone from this scorched pit of despair our planet has become. Yes.
Did you lie about everything? The prophecy, the Alpha Pariah?
I cannot lie. My role forbids it. Your Inquisitor brother knows that. That's why you were sent here. Clever, clever Mercer. I weave my words too carefully for lies.
Enough of this. Do you know the answer to my question or not?
There is a place deep within the maze that spreads between the real space and the warp. And in the heart of that living, twisting labyrinth lies the Black Library.
You are stalling again. I'm losing patience with you, Eldar.
The library is a repository of forbidden knowledge, a vast collection.
You had it the entire time.
I told you I didn't lie. Take the prophecy. It is yours.
This ranks as a highly improbable scenario, yet with the optimal outcome. What do you make of this ancient prophet?
The tech priest considers it pure Xenox nonsense. My opinion is more nuanced, but I can't see any practical use for it either.
You are being too harsh. The prophecy alludes to certain facts that we know are valid.
You are willing, then, to accept the existence of a million-year-old artifact, created by a race long extinct, that somehow had knowledge of the birth of beings like her?
Uther's research was based on ancient fabricators' technology. The existence of the Alpha Pariah could easily be the result of this prophecy. In that case, the Pariah needs the artifact to control her powers and fulfill her true potential. Otherwise, she presents a grave danger to everyone.
Do you have a destination for me?
I must find an unknown artifact created by a long-extinct race. The chances are minuscule. I have scoured the available inquisitorial archives and classified data troves. Nothing.
I might be of some help. Luckily, we have an acquaintance who knows his way around the system.
Who would that be?
A rogue trader captain who once helped out in an investigation related to my family. This captain, one Nathaniel Grexus, made a fortune as a trader in Xenos relics. He abandoned that particular career a while ago, but he must have kept his contacts.
A sound idea. Do you have any information on his whereabouts?
We exchanged messages only recently. He was on his way to the mining world Arcadus.
Then set course for that planet. We must find that Grexus.
The Tech Priest has sent out several Scryer skulls. We have a hit on Grexus.
I require an update on his activities.
May I hazard a guess? Old Nathaniel Grexus must be quite busy with one of his suspicious deals.
This area is a hideout for rebellious deserters. Whatever he is doing here, I will most certainly not approve.
Are you willing to face an army of rebels?
They will have a chance to show penitence. Now they have left me no choice.
Great. Old Grexus is being, well...
I have no time to lose.
careful, Inquisitor. They have fortified their camp with advanced defense systems.
These rebels are surprisingly well equipped for a group of simple deserters. These
Refuse to be a slave!
These rebels keep dealing in all sorts of dubious activities.
The increasing warp surges tore this sector apart for a very long time, fragmenting the large national military regiment into separate entities. Those who were weak of faith have fallen into the abyss of power pressure.
I swear it, I'm in it. My...